Hey, welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. Y'all see the thumbnail, Jaron Boots Ennis career always seemed to be a day late and a dollar short. And that's because of, some important factors, but we're going to get into that. And I got some tips. I'm going to plug a certain product, and y'all got to stick around for that. So, you know what we do first, we got to turn to. Hey, welcome back to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. Y'all can refer to me as Miss T. The thumbnail, that's self-explanatory. We talk about Boots in his career and why I feel that he's a day late and a dollar short. That is my conclusion. That's what I'm seeing, and I feel like he has to get off this path or this course that he's, going down. He got to change his trajectory. How he do that, that's up to them and how they do it. If they feel that it's important, but I think it is for his career's sake. I know that Boots Ennis calls out my favorite fighter, that's Terrence Crawford, and I'm always right with Terrence, but I don't dislike Boots. Like it's like I was trying to tell y'all about when the Terrence and Earl Spence fight was on the rising. I still like Earl Spence, but I just like Terrence more. So we're gonna get in that. I see Joseph Bailey is in the building. What's popping, King? First, I want to tell y'all to be sure that y'all like and share this video. Every time you come in here, hit that like button. But if you've already subscribed, you good. Don't touch that dial. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. He's in the building. What's popping, King? He says, salute, Miss T. Salute to you, too. I want y'all to stick around because I got a product I want to plug. It's not my product, not yet. Not yet. I'm gonna find a way to get it in my store. I'm working on that as we speak. Y'all gonna love this product, so please stick around to hear and see the results of this product. So we're gonna get into it. So I'm talking about Jaron Boots in his career, the trajectory that he find himself on, and it's not good for him. And I'm not the only one saying it. I'm not the only one seeing it, but it's definitely not paying no dividends for him. Karen Chuck Hazian, Chuck Hazian, and I hope I'm saying that as best as I could. All due respect, Karen. Um, we seen him fight. We seen him fight Boots Ennis to be exact. And in that fight, Boots Ennis kind of took a couple of steps back and gaining momentum and stuff because what we all notice is, dude, why couldn't you cut the ring off? Uh, oh yes, yes, yes. Before we get into it, Joseph Bailey, thank you for reminding me. He said, drink water, everybody. Indeed, 100 ounces of water a day should do it. Um, But we're gonna get into that too. But please drink your water. That is half the battle. It starts right there. If you're talking about health and wellness, it starts right there. Drink half your water, half your body weight in water. But some people might be, way bigger out there. Like I wouldn't tell you if you was 300 pounds, drink half your body weight in ounces of water because there is a such thing as ODing on the water. So to me, if you're an adult, especially, maybe 16, 17, because some of these teenagers, they just as big and regular size as us adults. If I don't even want to put a weight, but if you're an adult, it really don't matter what size you are, you can drink 100 ounces of water a day, and you're gonna be surprised what it does for you. You burn calories at night, you sleep better, um, you burn calories just by being up, not to mention whatever you do when you're up, but just by being up. So when you sleep, if you want to get that proper amount of sleep, because you're gonna burn like 900 calories in your sleep. So 900 plus the 1500 or so that you burn when you up during the day, that's almost a pound. It's almost a pound. Remember, it take 36 hundred calories to burn a pound off. So just sleeping and just waking up, you halfway there. You more than halfway there. So you got to do your part and drink that water, right? We gonna get into why that's important too in a minute. But let's get this news out the way. This ain't gonna be no long show, as I try to tell you guys all the time. I try to keep it like an hour show. It may go over. I don't have no exact time that I move on or cut the show off, but I try to keep it like that. And if y'all have any questions, statements, concerns that you want to reach out to me, my email is boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. And I do like the Cash App, I must say. Boxing Fans Talk TV. I can't control what YouTube is doing with me, but I do appreciate any kind of funds or anything because it goes right back into the channel. Just letting y'all know. I try to come on Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, I try to stay an hour. So please, please, please lean into that like button. So what he say right here? Let me see. Jay Gibson is in the building. Was Poppy King says salute to Miss T and the fam. Salute to you too. Thank y'all for joining. And as y'all come through, make sure y'all hit that like button, please. Y'all gonna start coming through again. Some of y'all watching me on your evening shift. I guess that's what they call it, or you listening to me on your evening shift. Thank you. I'm more than happy to help you get through your last couple of hours at work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So look, we talking about Jaron Boots Ennis. And y'all know I say I make this show for the casuals. I need y'all to understand sometimes you don't you just want to see the event. I get it. You want to see the event. So do I. But you gotta understand the business of boxing just a little bit as a fan. So you can understand the movements that are being made and what's going on. I have a very good reason why I say that Boots in his career seems like a day late and a dollar short. He always seemed like he just missed it. With Maxwell Smart said, y'all remember that Maxwell Smart, that TV show? He's like, missed it by that much. That's how I feel about Boots. So Karen Chakhazian, and I'm from here forward gonna call him Chimichunga because that shit is hard to say. Their promoters, I think they call them P2M or 2PM, P2M promoters. I don't know who they are. They're not Oscar. They're not Bob. They're not Al. They're not even Eddie. They won the purse bid. As I reported earlier, that Boots Ennis was going to have to go through purse bid with Chimichunga, somebody he already fought and won easily. He won easily. The guy, you can if you saw that fight, you can go back and watch it. it can appear that the guy didn't want to fight. He was scoring a little bit, but not enough. Boots chased him the whole fight. I will not say you're running because you're showing ring generalship because that's what you're supposed to do. But Boots kind of chased him through the whole fight. And one thing we was like, Boots, that's your fault. That's not his. If he had an out to get off to the right, to get off to the side, to get away from your force, he was well within his rights to do that. You have to cut the ring off. It's just like how they criticized Shakur Stevenson with the De Los Santos fight. De Los Santos, it was your fight to bring to him. It takes two to fight. We can't put it all on one fighter. Boots will not cut the ring out, and that dude actually made it 12 rounds with Boots Ennis, and it's a testament to him. It's a testament to him in Boots' prime when he's knocking everybody out, right? To knock this dude out because he didn't cut out the ring, and that's that's boxing 101. One of the first things you'll learn when you getting into the sport of boxing, you learn how to move around in that ring. You learn how to use your legs and feet and cut the ring off. That's what you're supposed to know. And Boots couldn't do it. So Chimichanga made it to the end. He lost, but he made it to the end. And so now his promoters have won the purse bid for the fight with Boots Ennis. His promoters outbidded Eddie Hearn by what they're saying is $250K. And my question is, who's lowballing now? Al Money has stepped into the building. What's poppin'? King said, Miss Steve. What's up, Al Moolah? So who lowballing now? Is Eddie Hearn considered to be a lowballer? I mean, how you lose the purse bid? It's your fighter. Boots is not a pay-per-view star, as I keep saying. He don't sell out arenas. He's rolling with Eddie, and Eddie, for the most part, Eddie's an okay guy. Eddie ain't that terrible because a lot of fighters make a lot of money with Eddie Hearn. Where if they had went with somebody else, they wouldn't have made shit. We would have never seen them on TV. Eddie do try to do a solid by his fighters to a certain extent. I ain't saying Eddie can't be grimy, but how does Eddie Hearn lose a purse bid? Hmm. Well, no, we know that nobody wanted to see this fight. As I said before, Boots already fought this dude, right? So nobody was calling for that. We had a lot of controversy here lately with Brian Norman Jr. and the potential fight with Boots Ennis, with Brian Norman Sr. being out there, and some of you guys are probably coining him Bill Haney 3.0 because we already got a 2.0, and that is Mr. Schofield himself, Mr. Schofield Sr. So that's that y'all coined them to Bill Haney 2.0. So maybe we got a Bill Haney 3.0 and Brian Norman Sr. But I don't think so. I like Brian Norman Sr. Um, I'm gonna reserve uh my thoughts on that because I don't think he's at that point. I can see why y'all even kind of saying it about Mr. Schofield, but Brian Norman Sr., you know, I can see where he holds himself back a little. I can see where he go balls the wall in on his interviews and all that. But as somebody said before, you gotta let these fighters speak for themselves, no matter how young they are. Back to this. Nobody asked or want to see this fight because Boots already beat him. And I can't say that enough. And this happened, look, what, approximately 19, 20 months ago. Been there, done that. This is like a step backwards. And this is what we got to know. Casuals, this is a step backwards. He's fighting somebody he's already fought not even 2 years ago. And he beat him easily. And then the same person is the mandatory for his IBF title that he petitioned for and got in the email. That's why they call him the email champ. Boost, hey, y'all did it to yourself. You can think of countless times because Boots is a phenom. I will agree. And you can count t- countless times where Boots had opportunities that he did not take advantage of. What made him make this business decision versus that business decision, the world would never know. But it was theirs to make, and they made it. And you see how you're a day late, Shawty. You're a dollar short, Shawty. Definitely in this situation, he's a dollar short. And before y'all start crying for Boots, remember I put out days ago that they let the time expire where they could have wrote a letter petitioning to the to the IBF. Hey, I would like to fight someone else. I'm trying to make a nice name for myself, trying to get my career up and running. Give me a fight that I haven't fought before. And let me have the opportunity to give somebody else that chance or whatever before you make me satisfied mandatory. Just like they was on, they gave a reprieve to Earl Spence because Earl Spence, I want to say 2018 or 19, that was his last defense of the IBF title, according to the IBF. With what's the good dude name? Ocampo. And Earl Spence ain't did shit until he did with Terrence. Like yes, all his other fights when he was trying to gain other belts, they were not satisfying the IBF. So I see some folks coming in. La Jessica is in the building. Was popping, Queen? She said, salute, Queen, in the chat. Mr. Golden is in the building. Was popping, King? He said, Lady T, hello. And he's speaking to everybody. So don't cry for Boots because it was their decision. You can't convince us that he didn't have the opportunity to choose something else. He knew, they knew, like him, Eddie, all of them knew that the purse bid was coming down the pipe. They even knew this shit before the negotiations or non-negotiations with Brian Norman Sr. and Jr. They knew that then. They knew before they let the time elapse to put in for a petition to fight somebody else. And I'm gonna tell you, these fighters, if they're listening, you guys got to start communicating with the sanctioning bodies. No matter how we feel about them, no matter if they come off crooked, they seem like they have special rules for this person and that person. That is true. They do come off like that, but you're not gonna get around it. Those are the Super Bowls, if you will, or the which trying to think of football and basketball terms. The playoffs. Like if you get one belt, that's one playoff, two belts, two playoffs, so forth. But when you get to four belts, if you're fighting for that, that's the Super Bowl. Or boxing. They had that opportunity out. You see what I mean by a day late? Well, what stopped you? Now, Boosie and them will try to complain, and they shouldn't. But just so y'all know, y'all heard it here first. They let the time elapse. That was the choice they made. It can't be put on Terrence. It can't be put on Earl. It can't be put on Chimichanga. It can't be put on Brian Norman Jr. It can't be put on nobody but Boots and his team. Because it wasn't nobody else's job but theirs. So either Boots didn't ask Eddie, or maybe Boots doing business the way it was for the last decade. And if anything, that Terrence Crawford fight should have taught you when him and Earl met up is y'all got to stop giving carte blanche to your promoters. Y'all supposed to be working together. You can't say, oh, Eddie, he forgot he ain't do this for me, whatever. It is your responsibility for your career. What could have happened if he petitioned? The answer could have been no. But the answer is no if you don't ask. It's a 50% chance that it could have said yes. Yes, Boots. We're gonna give you a few months to look for another opponent. There's that. Coupled with the fact that Boots is always claiming this come from them. We can't get nobody to fight us. Everybody's scared of us. We can't get a secure a worthwhile fight. Which makes me even think and be like, then why Eddie take you on as a client? Because he wouldn't touch Terrence Crawford. Y'all remember what Eddie said? Don't nobody want to fight you. We can't sell. You don't sell. You're not a pay-per-view star. Everything that he said about Terrence Crawford, you can say about Boots. Did nobody want to fight Terrence? It was hard for him to get the big name fights. He was not a pay-per-view star. Let everybody tell it. He was not, and I'm not debating that. He wasn't a pay-per-view star. That what the mark was. He wasn't selling out arenas, so they say, even though it looked full to me. But that was the narrative. And according to that narrative, Eddie Hearn was like, I can't fuck with this dude. And I don't even think that Terrence Crawford, to be honest with y'all, was asking. Eddie just came out and volunteered. All y'all coming in, make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit it right now. I got a special tip for y'all after I do the boost story. And it applies to everybody. Yeah. It's a product. I normally don't plug products. I'm not creating this product, but I'm damn sure gonna find a way to put it on my shop so you don't have to do a lot of hunting. I did my research. I looked into this stuff and I got the right one. So it don't cost that much. Anyway, so that's what's going on. This is why I can't never feel sorry for Boots and them. That's gonna be the mantra over or the albatross hanging over their head. Day late, dollar short. La Jessica says, salute Golden. Are you following me? And Golden said, Bruce Gas. He said, La Jessica, you know it. La Jessica, I gotta follow you too. I didn't know you had a show. I will follow you. Said salute Bruce Gas. Our money. Golden said Eddie doesn't believe in Boots. He was just faking like he wouldn't. He wanted to. I guess you said he wouldn't to make that fight. Said exactly. And peace and blessings from Jason Williams. Thanks for popping in the building, sir. Y'all hit that like button. He said peace and blessings to everyone in the chat. And Golden said he also said that he didn't have any good fighters to fight Bud. That's why he didn't sign him. But you know what, Golden? It's the same problem for Boots Ennis. But he signed him. I always said, and me and Jerry Taskett, like, Jerry, I hope I ain't hurt your feelings too bad. Y'all know Jerry been missing for a minute because I call him Jerry Trump. Hey, Jerry, you the one that said you rolled and you down with Mr. Trump. Hey, Jerry, we still love you, no matter who you vote for. We are all countrymen together. You see what I'm saying? We all come from the same beautiful country, US of A. So, Jerry, you still cool over here. Just pick on you a little bit about that because you come up in here thinking we supposed to roll with that one. Nah, we can't do that. But Jessica said, no, I don't have no show. We just be in these YouTube streets. Oh, okay. But I'll subscribe or follow, if, whatever. Because everybody who's on YouTube got a YouTube channel, whether they knew it or not. Jason said, same problem. Who Boots gonna fight, especially if Eddie ain't willing to pay them? How did Eddie let a promoter that none of us heard of, P2M, I'm assuming it's like that, P2M, something to that effect, I've never heard of them. Who else do they promote? Karen got his own promoter, and that might be something local or in his country. That's what it might be. And in his country or locally, he might be the bee's knees. But here in America, we didn't even know of Karen until he fought Boots. How you gonna grow yourself? Now, again, if you're happy with being a local celebrity, by all means, because you could be a local celebrity and make good money for the rest of your life. But you want to be global. You know, if If the deal is your legacy and you want to be global and you want to be a champ, I mean, shit. Uh, Chimichanga wasn't gonna let you put him aside and fight somebody else. You either was gonna pay him set aside. Who's to say this man wouldn't have took it? The set aside money of it all. Y'all want to talk about Brian, what Brian Norman normally makes? What do Karen normally make? Can't be much. Could be the same amount of money, but I know if Brian Norman and Boots would have fought, then and whatever they would make off that, it would have been more, I believe, than if Karen and Boots fight. Ain't nobody going to see that fight. Not alone pay for it. Hey, but Boots and them, Josh, a day late. Jason, Mr. Going to say Eddie Crap. Eddie can be just as devious as any of those other promoters as I said. But I would say this about Eddie compared to Oscar, Al, and Bob. Sometimes even Bob. Eddie will pay his fighters something decent. Farmer has made millions off of Eddie. Andre has made millions off of Eddie. And they have never been household names. I mean, true boxing fans know who they are, especially Andre. But they never is their careers never exacerbated past what they were when they got with Eddie. But they millionaires. Boo Boo Andre is not worried about a thing when it comes to finances. He done made his money thanks to Eddie. And when Eddie got to the point where it was even harder to get the little bit fights that he was getting, Eddie was like, man, before I resign you, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. I know you the goods, but I couldn't get it for you. Let you go on and do your own thing. Eddie stepped aside when Devin Haney was doing his thing, when Devin was chasing the dream, when Devin was trying to get his undisputed. You won't find that type of caliber dude in Bob, Oscar, and Al. They got to get a piece of it. They is not gonna step aside. Eddie was like, "I'm gonna let you out your contract. Go ahead and be with Bob. It's all good. It's all good. Go ahead and be with Bob. Go down there, do your thing, young man. Get them two fights in. You know, win. You, of course, you're gonna win the undisputed first time up, and then get a dude a rematch and whoop the whoop the whoop. All is well. Get you another fight, and after that fight, you can come on back to daddy." And that's exactly what Devin Haney and them did. So I don't know if I call him cheap, Golden, compare to his peers. I don't know if I would call him cheap. Now Boost got to give home field advantage away with this move that because it went to purse bid and Eddie lost the purse bid. He's giving away home field advantage. So the fight is going to take place probably overseas, probably on Karen's stomping grounds or whatever. Is it Ukraine, Russia? I don't know what Karen is. One of those. I doubt the Ukraine because you know what's going on over there, but maybe Poland or somewhere like that. Who's up for that fight? What card they gonna build under that fight? That sounds like some local shit to me. Boost, you supposed to be on the world stage. Now you on the local stage? I'm just saying. Can't can't even say it's on the level of a stay busy fight. I can't even say that. I want to say, well, just chalk it up to a stay busy fight. No, it's a bad business move. And you can't say you tried everything because we will have on record that you petitioned the IBF for another opponent or some more time to find a worthwhile opponent. We can't even say that because you didn't even try. There's no record of your trying. You just let that day come and go. I mean, it don't matter even if you thought. That's what I would say. It's business as usual till it's not. Even if you thought or knew, just knew that you, Boots Ennis, was going to have to face carrying chimichanga, I still would have put that petition in. And you know a little bit about petitions because you got the IBF title from petitioning, and you watch them strip Terrence of it, and he didn't even have it 2 whole months. But you also watch Earl Spence hold it for what, 4, 5 years, and didn't do shit. So you see, they could be wishy washy, and the IBF is more stringent than the other sanctioning bodies. They usually straightforward and just stick to their rules, and I wouldn't say that has changed. But when you watch how Earl Spence held that belt for damn near 5 years, but then you watch as soon as Terrence got it, they took it away from him in 2 months. That ought to tell you everything you need to know. They can go either way. They can go either way. And if they not letting you wiggle out of this, and you had an opportunity to wiggle out of it, legitimately so. And we know it because we saw it. So all you had to do is put forth an effort. Try everything. You never know. The answer is no until you ask. And then it becomes 50-50. That's called odds. What are the odds of the IBF giving you a solid? They should. You their champion. They should have gave Bud a solid, but they didn't. And I think they didn't give him a solid way back when he was at 140. That's why he dropped all them belts and left. So they might got a thing against Bud low key. We'll never know. But I mean, Bud won. They got their payday off of Bud for winning the IBF. And then not even 2 months later took it straight from him. They got their payday off of Earl Spence for the IBF. And after fighting Ocampos 5, 6 years ago, then they did him a solid. They let him hold tight. They stalled everything for Earl. Now the question is, what they doing for you? They like you, Boots. They like you because they took it for Bud to get to you, so they kind of like you. You should have took a chance. That's all I'm saying. And I said this days ago. There is a problem with securing fights for Boots. His own words. This is his words, not really mine. I can't get a fight. We try to fight this person, that person say no, this person say no, and we just can't get a fight. Don't nobody want to fight us. Everybody's scared of us. That's your own words. So you have a real problem. Regardless of what it look like on both sides, it makes you look like the big bad man, the boogeyman, or whether it make you look like a chump. It really don't matter. The problem is still there. You can't get a fight. You can't secure a fight. Eddie, the time to spend and invest is in the beginning. You don't know that one little investment might, boom, blow him up. Brian Norman Jr. and Boots Ennis could have had a knockdown, throwdown fight. It could have been fight of the year. So we know Boots gonna bring it, and we know that Brian Norman Jr. was gonna bring it. He ain't scared of you, Boots. And that's what you need. You need an opponent that really think that they can beat you. And then that way you can shine. Because you're not shining when you easily beat and make a fool out of your opponents that ain't even on your level. That's not shining. Nobody sees the struggle. Nobody sees the adversity that you have to go through. And that is what's selling. Struggle and adversity. Complicated things. Not easy shit. Easy shit don't sell. Not always. But nobody was interested in promoting this fight. And like I said, and I'm gonna say it, not even Eddie. Because if he was, he would have won that purse bid. I also said he needs a good business slash career minded individual to negotiate and present good deals and moves for Boots to decide on. Ultimately, it is the fighter's responsibility. It is your career. You're a grown man. You're over 21. So you need somebody in your corner that can present good things to you, make good moves, a person who can visualize the outcome of whatever move you make. Like a lot of us, I think we do it. What's the worst case scenario? That's what I do. I say, okay, if I go here and I do this, what is the worst case scenario? If I'm okay with the worst case, that don't mean I settle for the worst case. I'll be like, okay, if this, that, and the other happen, this is the worst that can happen. I'm all right with it. But I'm gonna give 110%. And more than likely, when I give this 110%, it ain't gonna be that worst case scenario. That stuff is not gonna happen. So that's how I maneuver and make moves for my own life, my career, or whatever it is I'm doing. I agree. He should be moving up at this point. This is what everybody is saying. That Boots should be moving up. Nothing for him to do in this weight class. Y'all took a glory weight class that was the bee's knees of boxing. 147. That Floyd, you gotta give him credit. That Floyd Mayweather turned into the bee's knees of boxing. That class, that weight class has all it's like a glory weight class, thanks to Floyd. And thanks to others, but Floyd took it to another level. So I ain't gonna leave out everybody else like the Ray Lennons of the world, the Marvin Haglers of the world, or the Hearns and the Durans, all those great fighters from the past that did well at 147 classes to another. I am so tired of this lag. I'm gonna have to worry about like try to fix that later. I don't know what's going on, why it does that. But as I said, he took it to another level. He is probably the best at 147. Talking about Boots, um, but how is he going to prove it? You ain't gonna prove it fighting, and I'm not gonna call them nobodies, but people who are not on your level. Because I think it's disrespect to call any fighter who's a professional fighter that take themselves through shit that none of us is doing and can do a nobody. They not nobodies. They're somebodies. They just, we have to judge them on what level they bring. And mostly all Boots opponents are not on his level. They just not. It's almost like we looking at Earl 2. Oh, here we go again. To me, every fight that Earl Spence has fought, I never doubted. I always knew he was gonna win. The only one who gave him real tough competition was Sean Porter and Kell Brooks. That's the only two that I could think of in Earl Spence's resume that gave him some competition that made you think, I don't know. Remember, Errol went to England to fight Kell Brooks on his turf. That was an awesome ass fight. They was battling. And then you see what Sean gave Earl. Nobody. I mean, up until I think Kell did it first, but Sean took it to another level. I did not think that Earl Spence was gonna have a hard time with Sean Porter. Cause Sean is wild in there. He on your ass like white on rice. And I was like, if Earl, this great person as y'all say, he can adjust it, this, that, and the other. As much as Sean be lunging and coming after you, and he's off balance a lot of the time, but he's quick. See, speed kills. That's what saves him. But he's off balance all the time. And where was the adjustment, Earl? Why can you step back and then pop him as he coming in? There was no adjustment. So them the only two fights that Earl Spence had that I could say, I ain't shit. Once it started, in the beginning, I said, oh, Earl's gonna win. But once it started, I was like, oh no now. I don't know. But Boots, you have no fights like that. Not one. It's surprised Eddie ain't got him fighting Conor Ben. Now I'm surprised about that. because I just knew once Boots was signed to Eddie Hearn, I just knew it was just a matter of time before Boots Ennis had to fight Conor Ben. Now, a lot of people don't look at it as a great move to go get in a fight with Conor Ben. Not saying that he can't generate no money, because I'm sure Eddie can have it over there and they can generate all kinds of money. A lot of people like Conor Ben. But the boxers at large, talking about the actual boxers, know that that nigga was dipping in the sauce and they know he was cheating, and they gonna take their time before they sign up to be with this dude. Then you see Eddie cake for Conor Ben and all that, try to cap for him. And it's like, there's no accountability there. I'm not gonna put my shit on the line to fight a cheater. Because Conor Ben can't fight. And he D on your ass like white on rice too. But I'm surprised that ain't even the first fight that Eddie put together. Hey, look, you signed with me now. I'm putting you and Conor Ben together. Maybe Conor, because of the little shit that he got into from cheating, cannot be ranked. And nowadays, if you're going to pick a fighter that nobody know, as long as they ranked, hey, then you didn't do nothing wrong. Long as you can show you went down the list. Hey, I went to number one. They was busy. Two was busy. Three couldn't do it. Four, had other obligations. Five, I picked six. But you went down the list. And it was no, 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 no. Yes. You know what I'm saying? That gives you plausible deniability that you're trying to cherry pick or anything like that. Because that is the next way to go. You try to fight the best. If you can't get the best, get the next to the best and the next to the best. What did Robin Harris say? The man sitting next to the man sitting next to the goddamn man that called his piccolo player a motherfucker. you gotta you gotta go down that list. And as long as you can show that as a fighter, the world shouldn't have no problem. But this is who they blaming. They blaming Eddie Hearn. Now, what y'all think? Is it Eddie's fault? Y'all think that's right to blame Eddie? They say it's Eddie failure and that he's more focused on his other fighters more than Boots. Now, this is what they claiming. This is what's coming out. And Boots just got with him to have controversy between the two of them. They don't need that kind of controversy because Boots got to fill out that contract. He got to live out that contract. Eddie just had a good night with Anthony Joshua. Keep that in mind. And he ain't worried about Boots. He gonna make his money through Anthony and whoever else. He capping for Conor Ben because he know there's money there. Over there, I don't know about over here, but over there, money is money. No matter where it come from, right? It do seem like he might not be as pressed for Boots. He signed Boots, but he not 100% all both feet in. That what it looked like to me. Because you quivered about 500,000. You made that and then some with the Anthony Joshua fight. And you knew you was gonna do that. And you crying about 500,000 on the strength that both of them got their mail through their belts through the email. Okay, now this gonna be a great fight. Brian Norman, you know how he fight. He brings the thunder. And you know how Boots can bring the thunder. That's an easy win, Eddie. That could have been a beautiful thing. That could have been a beautiful thing. But you quivered about 500,000 that you made in the first few minutes when the tickets went on sale, probably for the Anthony Joshua fight, or the first few minutes of ding ding of the fight. Because he sold out over there. He made his money. Come on, Eddie. That's why we say you ain't pressed for Boots. We going to learn more based on this next moves that Boots makes. We're going to learn more about Boots and why I say he's the proverbial day late, dollar short type guy. We're going to learn what he's going to do next. He ain't got no choice now. He got to do that fight. How far does it set him back to travel to a country that ain't really known for boxing? Who's going to stay up and watch it? You're the main event. What kind of undercard you're going to get? And you outbidded Eddie Hearn by $250K. That's what Karen and his promoters did. Come on now, Curran and his promoters. If he's one of their premier fighters, how much money you think they got to spare? Who is PM2K or P2MK boxing? Who are they? They're not Oscar. They're not Top Rank. They're not PBC. Who are they? They not them other promoters that work with what was his name, Warren, the guy Warren, or King Queensberry. They not none of them. But he outbid Eddie. Eddie, it's on you. They putting it in your lap, but it really is in your lap. It's on you. This for Boots Ennis is a step back, and that's how we have to see it. So to all the casuals, just understand this is a total setback for him. It's a step backwards, which he shouldn't be going neither. Now, Crawford and Spence wouldn't fight him when he was so-called begging because they hadn't fought yet. And for them, Boots Ennis, no harm or disrespect, was a setback for them. It was a step backwards for them. And wisely, they didn't let that go down for their career. Boots, you cannot be lazy when it comes to your career. You can't always wait on Eddie to do stuff. You can CC him. Yo, Eddie, I'm about to put this petition in with the IBF. I don't know what you doing, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this petition in. It probably don't amount to nothing, but I'm just letting you know I'm doing it. What Eddie gonna say? No? Yes? Give yourself a chance by getting your lazy butt up and sit at the table. Stop letting other people run everything just because you feel maybe you and your father, maybe you and your team feel overwhelmed. You know how to count, you know, basic arithmetic or whatever. You know how to let somebody present something to you and take it to somebody who knows more in that type of field to look over it for you, who you know will have your best interest at heart. Everybody has somebody in their family who they know who will look out for them and make sure they solid. We got my cousin Linda. Shout out to her. She's a CPA. Been a CPA for a minute. When it comes to big finances, even taxes and shit, we refer to her. I would like to say my family referred to me as the on board historian of the family history shit, but they don't. Because everybody think history, they know history. But I actually got a degree in the shit. Not no penny handing degree, a bachelor's. Golden said, we all missing the big picture of Boots drops the IBF. Karen would get the belt. Yeah, he could. He could, but how does that help Boots? So now Boots, that's what they talking about, that he may drop the belt and move up to 154. I've been said that. He ain't never really looked like a 147 pounder to me. I always said, even when he was in his early 20s, it's just a matter of time. Boots is 27. That's good genes he got. He got some good genes. And he's able to shrink down to 147 to meet his weight and all that. But that ain't gonna be forever. Boots don't even have the frame to be like a regular 147. Like he looks more to me like a 160, 154 or whatever. He could be any of them because he has good genes. Bozy got some good stock. And his mother, I'm gonna give her credit too. Shout out to Miss Boots, Mama Boots. But yeah, he got good genes. He was made well. So he can shrink down the side. He can do stuff that most of us can't even do. That's a testament to him and how he live his life or whatever. But you're not gonna make no noise. You can ill afford a setback like this in your career, in the boxing field that you in the weight class that you in. You had to wait till Floyd retired. You had to wait because you was active when Floyd was still around. You had to wait till Floyd retired. You had to wait till Keith Thurman and them get dusted off. You had to wait till Pacquiao was no more. You had to wait till what's his name, Earl Spence get dusted off. You had to wait till Terrence Crawford was finished with the division. And now you there, you could run that whole division and become the undisputed, but you cannot. You don't have that kind of time. You're 27. You don't have that kind of time. They already talking like you can barely make weight. Since when? Since when? What are they trying to save face? Because Devin Haney could not make weight. We could see that. We could see how he looked ill. He looked sick trying to get down to 135. We could see that. So it made sense to move up to 140. But see, Devin, your genes only took you but so far. Because Devin really ain't a 140 pounder. He's not a 147. I don't even know if he's a 154. He's more, to me, look more like he could be 154 or 160. I see him as a 160 pounder. And I've always seen him like that. Once he started winning and we was really taking notice, I said, that boy, no, that ain't his natural. You can tell when it ain't naturally. Like Cambosos, you look at him, that's a natural 135 pounder. Ain't no sense of putting in your head, if you're a Cambosos fan, oh, he can move up to 140. No, that ain't him, dog. That ain't him. Look at his frame and structure. That's a 135 pounder. He ain't really, and maybe that's about as far as he can go is 140. It wouldn't shock me if Cambosos could get to 130. But that's what I mean. Pick your weight right. Part of the battle is picking your weight right from the jump. So you can, in due time, in a reasonable amount of time, shine here, move up, shine there, move up, shine. But a lot of y'all a day late, or you stay too long, or you shouldn't have been there in the first place. And if you there, how you gonna miss opportunities? Boots. He said now that Eddie could do is pay Karen some step aside money and go back to make that Norman fight. I would hope so. Eddie got straight egg on his face on this one. But that's all I had about the Boots. I got some other stuff. So I'm gonna invite y'all in. I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna drop the link if y'all want to come through and speak your piece. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. See if we can get that. I dropped the link. Okay. But that's all I gotta say. So nobody should be out here crying and all that. These fellas is not gonna. Oh, Boost. Okay, let me help you. Let me help your career. That's not what they do. None of the fighters do that. They don't do that. I know y'all would love to see Boots and Crawford fight, but Boots ain't bringing nothing to the table. And when he make moves like this is why. You think Crawford is gonna let some other fighter take him a few steps back? Everybody can experience that in their career. Some people are lucky they don't, but everybody can experience that in their career. So I don't know what to tell y'all. I told y'all about Boots before. Boots, you just stepped in it, and we see it's all you. It's you. In the end, it's like when you the oldest and your kids get in trouble, and the parents come to the oldest and get on the oldest more and say, "You was older, you was there, you should have known better. You know how I feel." Blah 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 blah. That's what it is. When you a leader in anything in life, you hold the cards. Shit get fucked up, it's on you. I can tell you, being in the Navy, let that ship run aground. The captain and the admiral can be, because I was on ships where there was the admiral, but the captain and the admiral can be off the ship at the country that we parked outside of, and let that ship, because the ship always moving, so it's gonna be doing a figure eight, right, in the ocean, figure eights or circles or whatever the fuck they doing. Let them hit the ground. Guess who getting fired? Guess who getting reamed out the ass? And it could be some little young person that's in the Navy. Because when you come in, you learn. We have like E1s, E2s, people barely been in 6 months or 7 months. That's how they learn how to drive the ship. They drive the ship, but they drive it based on all kinds of factors. You got to map people. You got to They know where they supposed to be able to ride and shit. Because the ocean water is known to most nautical vessels out there in the world. So if the little young kid is 19 from the Okie from the Stokies or something, run the ship in the ground and the captain ain't even on the boat or the admiral not even there, guess who getting in trouble? The highest ranking person on the ship. When you and your brothers and sisters out there doing shit, your oldest sibling don't even have to be involved in what you're doing. Guess who gonna get in trouble? And I say all of that to say, in the end of the day, yeah, Eddie is your promoter, but it's your career, Boots. I hope y'all got an extra 500,000 laying around to make that fight with Norman Jr. You got to do it, dog. You have to do it because now y'all got egg on your face. You missing opportunities over bullshit. You letting the time expire and elapse from you putting a petition in to fight somebody else. Why? Why? That's free. To sit down and coin the letter, that's free. But anywho, that's on you. So I'm gonna move on. If y'all got anything to say about that, click the link and come in and talk the shit. I do want to talk about this Turkey thing because I've seen this up and about. Like people say, how do y'all feel about Turkey saying he will lower the pay-per-view fight cost and make it affordable for everybody to see. And he's doing this because he wants to grow the base. Also, he hopes it aids in folks to stop pirating, and that's the biggest thing. He wants people to stop pirating, stealing the fights and all that stuff. Do y'all think it'll work? If it works, Oscar, Bob, Al, and Eddie got a lot of explaining to do. How often do we sit here and listen to commentators be talking about it's the business of boxing? It's a business, Miss T. It don't make business sense. It's got to make business sense. You always hear this shit, right? And I always thought that was a crap of shit because how many times have you seen in the last 5 years, including especially PBC, throw away money? PBC put a card together that ain't shit. PBC put a card together and they paid as a pay per view card. You wasting the stage of pay per view, just the stage alone, just to get in a fight where it's pay per view, and you just throwing any fight together. You wasting the nostalgic feeling of people feeling like, oh, I got to get pay per view. You wasting that brand by putting worthless fights on pay per view. Now Turkey said, hey, I'm gonna lower all of them, make them real affordable, so you don't feel that you gotta steal it. And that way you're gonna get a clear picture. You ain't gotta worry about buffering, you ain't gotta worry about none of that shit. And he's hoping to grow the sport. It gives people something to do. Because Kirky know that people can fuck off $20, $25 in a day. We could do that every day. Most of us do. At least once a week. We fuck that off eating at a fast food restaurant, right? So Turkey is like saying that. And it might work. I hope it do. But it's going to depend on the card that you build up. Can't have no piece of shit card. Also, it will open up or reveal just what the promoter's been doing for the last decade as to why it wasn't business sense to put on the best fight in the best, and where the greed of these promoters, where they really lie. I mean, from keeping the fights from us because they want all the profits. All of us can think that, but can we show it financially? Can we show it? And Turkey, if there's a person to be able to do it, he's the guy that can do that. So what y'all think about that? Now I also want to talk about Teofimo Lopez. I'm gonna breeze through this one good. It's looking like Teofimo is serious after all. He is training with Eddie Reynoso and Team Canelo's camp. Probably helping Canelo get ready for this next fight with Berlanga. They claim he looks every bit of 170, and that's possible. He looks every bit of 170 ish, and the boxing fans should expect him to move up to 147 or 154. Now, do I think he gonna jump two weight classes. T.O. has never been elite in the fact that I was like, damn, maybe he can do it. As you see, as good as Jamel was, he wasn't elite enough to even put a ding in jumping up 168 to fight Canelo. So can Teofimo jump up two weight classes to come get Crawford? I don't know. If he looked 170-ish pounds, that's possible. But like Tank, Teofimo's body he got the same problem Tank would have. Tank could go to 140. Tank probably could go to 147 and still hold it down. He still could hold it down. He can go between anything between 130 and 147 to me. However, Tank would look a little mushy. There would be something lost. He'll look a little mushy at 140, 147. He's going to. He knows the perfect way for him right now until he's probably well into his 30s is 135. Right now, that's it for him. Just like I said, Cambosos will be a fool to go up to 147 because that's all he could ever be is food for his opponent. So Teofimo, you're not tall. You don't even have the body frame that I think that would look good. Anything past where you at right now? He said Tio ass is not moving. I hear you, Queen. Said Jermel got hit in the top of his head by Canelo. Hit that soft spot, huh? Y'all know we keep that soft spot up here until we like 26 years old. Did y'all know that? It does not fully close until you're about 26 years old. That's everybody. I did not know that for some years, but I know. Um, Joseph, let me ask you something, buddy. Did you get your shirt yet? Let me see. I don't always be checking. I'm gonna check to see if it came in for you. Let me see. It said fulfilled over this side. Let me go back into where that order came from. See if I can. Let me see. Go into the orders and refresh the page. Oh hell! Took me out of this bitch. I gotta sign back in. Hold on. Is this orders? Okay, yeah. It says on the way. It says on the way. Shipped August 30th. So I can see when it's shipped. That what it say, Joseph. I'm thinking you sporting your shit by now. You said tomorrow it'll get to you. There you go. I love that shirt. I want to wear it every day. I feel like now I have to buy a couple of them because I love how the shirt fit. You'll just have to see yourself. But I told y'all to hold on and y'all hit that like button, please. Hit the like button because I got something important to say. I'm done with the boxing news. Boots Ennis, that's his fault. So don't lay it at nobody else's feet. Casuals, when you hear people laying it at everybody else's feet for Boots, what predicament he find himself in, put it back in their lap. Because it ain't nobody fault in the end of the day but his. And Eddie gets some culpability too. Joe said, okay, I seen that when he said tomorrow. He said most definitely. Y'all look, go get y'all go t-shirts. I don't know what to tell y'all. Uh y'all better go get these things, boy. I'm telling you. I got them in different colors. I like the black one myself. I always make a shirt in black and white, and I offer other colors because sometimes people like to be colorful. I like the rainbow. I like the colors. I like a lot of light pastels or you know type colors, but I do like my blacks and I do like my white color shirts. But hey, yo, go get y'all the GOAT t-shirt. Stop playing out here. To the ladies, like I said, mine's on the way. I wear all my stuff. And a lot of people order it once they like see me walking around in it. But I'm telling you, y'all not gonna be sorry for some of this merchandise. You got the light blue, you got the black, you got the white, and you got the tan. I like to call it tan, but it's yellow. And y'all, this me wearing one of my hats. It just it goes well. You know what time it is with me when you see that. And this is just an example of shirts that I make, B2B, beautiful, black, and blessed. And see, this what I mean by I got it in white as well. And this is just I like this shirt too. I got this actual shirt, Oh, thank y'all for the cash app. Thank you for the cash app. Uh and then this shirt too, right? So I mean, I got some practical shirts. You definitely be one of a kind in wearing some of these. So, go copy some. At the bottom, it'll tell you where to go to get it. AskMeT51.com. Try to go get that. He said, me and Bud have the same birthday. 28 is a. Oh, Joseph, I knew you was cool. I knew you was cool. Look, we are all me, you, and Bud are Libras. It's almost Libra season. We got less than a month. It's almost Libra season, y'all. It's almost Libra season. That's the coolest zodiac sign. But good on you for how. Hey, that must mean you kind of got something. A lot of similarities to Bud. You got to. Y'all born on the same day. Are y'all the same age? Close. So look, I told y'all to hold tight. Like I said, hit the like button. Y'all gonna thank me later. Yeah, I can brag about this because it's true. So look, August 8th or the 9th, I can't remember the day. I went and got my hair done, right? I've been going natural for 3 years now. I just stopped putting perms in my hair and I didn't fool with it. And I wish that what I know now is something that I knew when I was young. Jessica, this is some good info right here. I wish I knew now what I know now back then. I wish. I didn't know that some of the feminine toiletries that we partake in as women, and men, um, were harmful to us. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have ever taken anatomy classes. I have. Oh, thank you for the cash app. So my name, Grady, I think. Thank you. Yeah, my cash app is open, y'all. Boxing Fans Talk TV is open. So, y'all can feel free. You said nope. Nah, you 78. Joseph, you look good for 78. Let me tell you, honey, you look damn good. I seen you. You look damn good. You 78. Shh. Nigga, where they make them at? La Jessica said, my husband's birthday is the 27th. Ah, another Libra. Mine's October 11th. So, look, I got my hair done, right? Because every time I go back home, I gotta get my hair done. Because I'm moving and moving, going to visit people, doing this, and I can't be trying to figure out how to do my hair. And I will tell you, full disclosure, I don't know how to do hair. I've tried all my life. When you're young, ladies, we know we get about a certain age, we 12, but I want to do my own hair. We come right up out of those pigtails and into whatever we trying to concoct. And sometimes we destroy our hair. What a lot of y'all don't know is when you go through hormonal change, it affects your hair, it affects your skin, it affects your nails. Hair, nails, and skin feed off the same thing. And if y'all didn't know this, and some of y'all do, I'm speaking to the choir, but just for the person in the back who might not know, um, your whole body is mineral and vitamin based. So start there. That's why we be saying drink your water for the minerals you get out of that. And you want to have vitamins, i.e., the umbrella is nutrients. That is what your body runs off of and purrs like a kitten off of vitamin and minerals only. Okay. So we know when we talk about hair and shit, you say vitamin E. But whatever good for your hair is good for your skin and is good for your nails. But they all fall in the same system. The skin is the biggest organ on your body. In your body, on your body. I'm gonna say on your body. Because the skin is the outside. It's the only organ that's outside, like people can get to from the outside without invasive measures. It's the biggest organ, right? And its proper name is called the integumentary system. Now y'all can look that up and go wild and geek it out. But I've taken anatomy class, so I know, I remember. I'm gonna say I remember all this stuff, and I got full disclosure. I got A's and B's in anatomy, just so you know. So anyway, we know that skin has several layers. Now we know that when we were putting those perms and all that good stuff in our hair, making it look fly as hell, and we were doing it, I was doing it. Um, it was harmful to us more than anything because everything you put on your skin does seep through, and there's several layers of skin, but it does seep through, and hair grows from the bottom layer up. It has to be able to push through. So whatever is pushing through to come out, it can't be clogged and blocked off and all fucked up and shit and closed off and everything. So having said all that, having said that we are mineral and vitamin based, and so if vitamin E is good for your hair, then it's good for what? For what? Your skin, your nails, or whatever. So I bought I fell into the craze. I've been hearing about this Botana oil. Botana oil. And I know I ain't the only one that's getting them advertisements coming through their social media or whatever the case. So of course I like to be hands-on. So I go try to find a store out here that actually sells it. Where you can go. You could go to beauty supply stores. Everybody got a beauty supply store near where they live or somewhere close enough. Uh, you want to hit up those ones like warehouse type beauty supply stores. And we got one, luckily for me, not far from where I live. So I go up in it and they got everything. They got oils, they got everything that can be advertised on TV. It's supposed to be good for you. So I was like, let me try it. So I buy this stuff, right? And it come and look mushy. It don't look creamy like the commercials or the advertisements that I see come through my social media. And I said, I'm gonna use it anyway. Well, I used this was earlier in July. Nothing ever happened. I ain't see no change. Nothing. I got my hair done on the 8th or the 9th of this month of August. I'm sorry. In July, I that jar is in my room. I'm probably gonna throw it away because I didn't see that it did nothing to me for me. Now, once they start a craze on stuff, people just be buying it off the shelf. And sometimes your calculus could be, I'm gonna get the cheapest thing. Well, this one costs $7 and this one is 15. I'm gonna go with the $7. Well, if you go with that kind of logic, you get what you pay for. You get something cheap. But don't always mean too that everything very expensive is the best. So you got to find that happy medium or hope that you find the best thing. Now I'm into holistic medicine. I'm very much into it. That's why I forgot which one of y'all said, "Hey, Miss T, we like when you talk health and wellness too." So I hope y'all enjoying this segment because I don't plug stuff that ain't real. I'll never lie to you. There's no point in me lying to you. Okay, I'm not making money off this thing yet. Yet, yo, yet is the proverbial word because I'm gonna find a way to get this shit on my store. So people don't have to look for it because I'm the guinea pig. He said 11 years old in the bud. You ain't 78 then. Damn. Well, Bud 36 was you like 48? Oh, you in my wheelhouse, dog. But you look good for your age. You still look good for your age. Um, so I wouldn't plug nothing. So I'm gonna put this up. Y'all not gonna be able to see it that great. Let me see which way to go. It's a Butano oil. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I can't get it to focus more than that. Trial and error. I bought the one from the store. I bought two online that didn't seem, the whole month of July I'm experimenting. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I go get my hair done, and I'm telling y'all, you see, I need it done. Y'all see all this new growth? Y'all see it? When I tell you, baby, when I got my hair done, if you want to call it getting braided, you could call it getting braided. But it really is just getting plaited. Do I got extensions in it? Yeah, because I wanted it to look full. And I'm gonna tell you, naturally, when especially black women, I can't say what happens to Latinos or white because it's our hair and then it's white hair and then it's everything in between. And most people hair from white and everything in between kind of similar. It's straight, it's soft, it's curly, it's whatever. We have the BDBs or whatever you want to call it. We have the curly, 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 curly tight hair. Okay. So our hair is a bit different. So when you going through puberty as a young girl, what's going to happen to you? And it's not an absolute. Not everybody. I don't. I was gonna say my daughter didn't go through it. She did, but her hair is so long compared to most people back when she was little that I saw that it was short. To her, it was probably nothing. She wasn't noticing, but I saw that it was short. Just to give y'all a clue, and my daughter hasn't tried this product, but I'm gonna tell her about it. And she don't need help like this, because she don't never really have problems. This was my daughter at 15. That is all her hair. That is all her hair. Like 15 to 14 years old, somewhere around there. This was all her hair. That is how her hair looks naturally. I've never permed it or nothing. And those curls, when they stretch out, they be, way down her back, right? So of course I was a proud mommy. I was thinking I'm doing something. Hey, look, look at my daughter here. I'm doing something. But when reality is, it's her little gene set up or whatever. You know, people. I can tell people we got a lot of mixtures in my family. You can't tell by me because I took after the black side. But like not far from my mom. White Indian. And I ain't even just I know a lot of black people say Indian, no, but my great grandmother, what would she be? No, yeah, she would be my great grandmother was part Indian, like half Indian or Indian or something. I don't know because I never met the lady, but yeah, we got Indian that close, like enough to make me 1/16 generations down. So you do the math. But then I got a sister that's light, and you used to put water in her hair and it crinkle out. Then I had a brother that had nice big curls. We all came out different. So my daughter, she got what she got, whatever. Um, I wasn't worrying about hair stuff with her because I didn't think she would lose hair, but she did. And I watched it, and I was like, "Girl, did somebody cut your?" I used to fuss at her all the time. Did somebody? Thank you, La Jessica. You said she's beautiful. That my poo poo. That my poo poo right there. Thank you, Miss Lady. See, this was the baby. This was her as a baby. That was her as a baby. She wasn't even 1 years old. Probably 8 months. Look at all her hair. That was her senior year. Uh, that was her. And she was like 6. And her hair was long then. But anyway, enough of me bragging about my stinker poodle. I didn't think that she was gonna lose hair, but I watched it. I actually literally watched her lose hair to the point that I'm ready to go up there and fight because La Jessica, when we young, you got all these beauty school dropouts that be thinking they showing up doing hair and they be cutting and doing kind of shit that your mama did not sanction. And then it's too late, right? So I watched my daughter hair fizzle out, drop off. It was shoulder length. I was and like that means comb down. It was shoulder length. She still had a lot of hair, but she had way more than that beforehand. And I always wanted to see her in her cap and gown with her hair flowing down to the back. And the fact that it's not weave, that just made me even better. But watching my daughter hair grow and all that stuff, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go natural. And I went natural like three years ago. I didn't get like dreads or anything like that. And I wasn't sure how I was gonna do it. That's why y'all see me wear a lot of hats, to be honest, to be truthful. I don't know how to do hair. He said, my twin girls are 14, no relaxer ever. Indeed, keep it like that, Joseph. You got twins. Oh, I'm sure they are beautiful. But so I watched it in action because you don't watch yourself. You don't pay attention to yourself. And my mom told me years later, she said a doctor told her that when we as black women go through puberty because all these hormonal changes, it affects our hair, it damages it, it breaks it off. That's why, and maybe y'all black guys can show us a little empathy or sympathy. That's why a lot of us be wearing the weaves and trying to do this and trying to do that because that time between 12 up until maybe 18, because you don't know when puberty turns off for you. Nobody knows. And so that time frame in there, our hair is being damaged and falling out because of hormonal shit that we go through. I don't know if it does something to white women hair, and it probably does. Probably makes their hair thin and stringy or falling out. But it puberty hurts women hair, especially black women. So I see that. I go natural. And I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna do? So I said, am I gonna go back to wearing braids? Because I wore braids as a kid. I wore braids in my 20s. I said, am I too old to be going back to braids? I see people do dreads. The one thing I don't like about dreads, even though that is a surefire way to grow your hair, is that once you untwist it or whatever they do, unlock it, it'll fall out. It's hard to. Most people cut the dreads out and then they start over, and it just don't come as fast as when your hair is dreaded. Also, understand this: when your hair itch, it's growing. Just remember that too. Dandruff is good. You see some dandruff, your hair is growing. It's the Jessica said, I'm trying so hard to not relax my daughter's hair, but I just can't find the right products for her hair. And I wasted so much money on products. Well, the Jessica, baby, this is the culprit. Like I said, I'm gonna try my best to put this on my digital store, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna work on that day and night till I figure out how to do it. Because some of these companies, they got, you can become an affiliate, whatever, and I'm gonna see if I can do it. If nothing else, but to cut out all the middleman or the research that y'all got to do. I did do research. I looked into. I told you I took anatomy. I geek things out anyway, so I'm always looking for holistic shit. When I tell you this works, I got this product, which I gotta buy some. This reason why it's up here because I'm about to repeat buy, and I gotta buy another one because I use it on my skin. You guys have seen me scratch my head or whatever. Y'all see, I have eczema bad, bad. I'm one of the severe cases you will ever see. I had black circles under my eyes. Look at them now. They going away. I use this shit on my skin. And I used to laugh. I thought I just received karma. I used to laugh at people who nails turn a certain color because I didn't know what it was. I thought it was toe jam or cleaning your toes good or soaking in the tub like squash squash, submerging that ass and up in the tub. But it's not that. You know what it is? It's eczema. And eczema is in the fungus family, believe it or not. But it's eczema. That's why people nails turn color. I don't know about black, but when it's brownish or whatever, like color other than white, other than what it's supposed to look like, or off white, that's probably eczema. You probably got a low grade level skin disorder. Eczema shows up in your nails first for most people. The younger you are, the less risk you'll have it. As you get older, coming in contact with the environment, eating the foods we eat, you run the risk of it showing up. But that's what that is. So now, like, I don't know how old you were when you knew that. I didn't never know it for years. I was like, why is your toenail brown? I had one fingernail, and I don't know why I did it, but it started turning brown. I didn't like that. I was ready to set up an appointment, go to the doctor, and say, I know this shit gonna hurt, but shoot me up with painkillers, whatever, pull this motherfucking nail off and let it run again, let it grow again, scrub the fucking skin. I don't know. Because in my head, I'm thinking it's dirt. It's eczema. It's a form of eczema. And it's the one most common place when people have low grade eczema that they'll get it at. It's under their nails. Okay, but remember what I told you. We are mineral and vitamin based. So everything that we eat and everything we put on the biggest organ that we have, which is our skin, should be mineral based, and like the vitamin E's of the world. C and D, all that shit matters. D especially. Okay, because it's gonna give you the proper balance. So again, like I said, I'm in the holistic medicine. I be trying to find out what can I put in my hair. I even got concoctions and recipes where you can get rid of gray hair without perming. And it works. Fucking works. Uh, and it got something to do with cloves and rosemary. And yes, you boil this shit together and then you put it in your hair. And have y'all ever noticed, Jessica, you probably have if you ever permed your hair. Have you ever noticed that it seemed like when you perm your hair got darker? Or like it's almost like you dyed it? And then if your hair can do that just by doing a simple perm, what you think it could do when you put stuff like red onions, rosemary, cloves, shit like that in a pot and boil it? What you think your hair can do? All gray hair is saying that the melanin sites at the end where your follicles are, where the hair grows, you don't have no more melanin sites. They're gone. They disappeared. They're dead. They whatever. They're gone. So because you don't have that now, those follicles fill up with air bubbles. That's what gray hair is. It's an air bubble. Now, if you can do something to rejuvenate your skin to get the melanin sites to coming back, you ain't got no gray no more. You ain't got no gray. And it is genetics as far as how you predisposed to getting more gray. Like my mom is grayed the fuck out. My sister grayed out. My brother grayed out. But they got some other benefits. Like my sister has a nice grain of hair. My brother had a nice grain of hair. I had the proverbial BDB. So I thought my hair is very soft when you touch it, but or even when you comb it, but it don't look like it. It look like it could be hard to comb through or whatever. But they had that. I didn't have that. But I don't got gray hair like them. I got a few, and I don't want no more. So I'm gonna try to keep these melanin sites active and rejuvenated. She said, "No, I haven't noticed that. You haven't noticed that? When I used to perm my hair all the time, and it changed cold black. I ain't never in my life put a dye in my hair. Never in my life. Look, I've never in my life dyed my hair." She said, "This is good stuff." Yeah, it's good stuff. And like I said, let me let me be your guinea pig. Cause I ain't gonna tell. I have no reason to lie to you. Y'all can go to this store right now and you will see Butano oil is not up there, but it will be. I'm gonna find a way to get it out, and I ain't putting no bullshit on it. Cause my name mean everything. If it worked for me, like y'all, if anything worked for me, it should work for everybody. Cause I'm one of them people. Like I'm very susceptible to allergens. Um, I be sick a lot, severely sick to almost fatally sick. So I've had to pull myself out the brink. And how I do it? By embracing holistic stuff, by embracing trying to change the way I eat. I like when I talk about my diabetes that I got last year out the blue. I didn't know that it was autoimmune induced. I have autoimmune disorders, had it from birth. I got it bad. I got it bad. That's why my skin is the way it is, bad. Um, but I got it last year, and when I got out the hospital November 1st, I said, I don't want this kind of problems. I don't want these kind of medical problems. So I stopped eating meat and dairy. That's all I did. That's where I started. And rice and potatoes, even though rice and potatoes are a complex carb and they're usually good for you because it comes from the ground, but they have found a way to hybridize rice, like mix it up, and potatoes. Potatoes is like the multivitamin of food. Every mineral and vitamin in the world can be found in the potato. But I will tell you like this: if you young, enjoy. When you get older, put yourself on the schedule. Because I may eat rice, but once a month. I may even eat potatoes once a month. But believe it or not, I try to eat pasta and drink a lot of water and fruit. Pasta is not vegetables, but I eat vegetables too. But sometimes you gotta eat something to fill you up. But that's all I eat, and that's how I lost mega weight. I lost a lot of weight doing it that way. But y'all also talking to when I say I got it severely, y'all also talking to a person. I've lost 5 organs because of my condition. So I can never be like y'all. I can never have the full Monty benefits like y'all. I'm doing shit after the fact because I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me show y'all. I'm at the wedding, and you see my hand. This should have been wrapped up too. But you see that? I had to. I had to, and it irked me so because my skin was raw, and you didn't even see regular skin. And I mean, I show y'all, but like, look, look, girl, it was raw, and I had to wrap it up because I'm coming in contact with people. I don't want to get an infection, of this, that, and other. I had to, but it was embarrassing. I didn't want that part of my gear, my get up. But getting back to the hair thing, let me finish this. Okay, look. So the shit I bought in the store and a couple of things I bought offline did not work. I tried it in July. I went and got my hair plaited. It's important to know the difference. I say plaited. If somebody want to call it braiding, they can call it braiding, but I say plaited. Is extensions in my hair? Yes, because I wanted it to look full. I told you guys when, especially with black women, when we go through hormonal stuff, it is what it is. Our hair is the first to catch it they be on the front lines, they catch the damage. Um, I'm also of a particular age where I don't know if I've been through menopause, but I probably have. It at least premenopausal. I'll be 53 in October, and I'm proud to be that age. I didn't think I was gonna make it this far being as sick as I've been, but I'm proud to be that age. I'm not ashamed of it. I'll be 53. And like anybody, like I said, I'm probably was going through menopause because I've had them days where I'm cold. Now I'm hot. Now I'm cold. Now I'm hot. Like to the point, like I'll fight your ass if you put me in a predicament where I'm gonna be hot. Like I ain't playing with you. I plays no games. I'm like, can't be hot. Like I get angry. And so I'm sitting there. I said, let me go keep it simple, stupid, get it braided. That was like August 8th, 9th. This bottle of Butano oil came, I want to say the 21st, 22nd, somewhere in that week, the 20 after the 20th, of August. So we had September 3rd. So with that, that's like what a week and some days, maybe 2 weeks. Now, at the time that this came, you can still see my parts. You can't see them now. Y'all see? See? You can barely see them. Hair going all outside of the outline. You could barely see no parts. I had parts because what they did was they parted it, grabbed a section, and they just plaited it down. That's it. That's what I got. I didn't get nothing fancy or nothing, just big parts. And I liked it because it looked so manicured. It looked so prim and proper, and it was simple. And I said, just shoulder length, keep it shoulder length for now. I'll try it that way. But I might even go long, fewer braids. I don't know. I love that look because it's so clean and precise, right? And it go with everything. So I got that. So I don't have a whole lot of braids in my hair. And I was using this. First, it was like the first few days I did it every day. And then I started saying, oh, maybe I'm gonna do it every 3 days or something. Now, this sound crazy, but the dirtier your hair is, the more healthy it is. I'm sorry, it just is what it is. Black girls, we could probably wash our hair once a month with shampoo. You don't want to use shampoo every time you wash your hair because that will. And an Egyptian told me this. She was a doctor, an Egyptian doctor. She said, "No, honey, don't wash your hair." She said, "Matter of fact, this is another way to grow hair too." She said, "Get 100% coconut oil." She said, take that and part your hair and pack it in, like put it on there and put the plastic bag over there, sit for 4 hours, go wash your hair. But only one time that month do you use shampoo. The other time, just conditioner. And do this every 4 days. She said, white people and black people. This was my anatomy teacher. And she said, matter of fact, y'all don't believe me. I'm gonna give it this extra credit. Who won't see it? So a lot of us raise our hand because the white people looking at it like, I'm not finna put all that grease up in my hair. They don't do that. And we like, shit, that's a lot of grease. That's a lot of washing. I ain't finna wash my hair every 4 days. And we did it. And she said, and I will be able to tell who's doing it. And so she kind of gave us a once over. I got that extra credit because I did it and it worked. I won't in the You're not in class for years. I'm only in the class for a couple of months. I did it and it worked. And I was like, whoa. She said, that is how Egyptians grow their hair real long. I was like, and she looked Arabian, she was an Egyptian that looked kind of Arabian. She didn't look like a African American, like an African person or whatever. But nonetheless, the white girls and the black girls, we were satisfied with the results. But that's a lot to do. That's a lot to keep up. So to me, this is easier. And I put it in every 2 or 3 days, especially if I feel it dry. I'm starting to feel my head is always itching more than before. And I see sometimes dandruff build up and I'll scratch it out or whatever. Uh, I am Punch. They doing what's up, Punch? Welcome to the building. They doing what? So I'ma absolutely try to put this in my digital store. I'll let y'all know if I'm having luck with it within a few days. Bear with me. That way you ain't gotta go looking. You can get the same brand every time and everything. I could tell you go to Amazon, but then you gotta look amongst the whatever. I can't tell you which one to get with. Some of these some of these companies that produce it got to me different levels because I noticed that when I was ordering some, like, oh, this company make it, but they already got a brand over here. Why they got, and if you think that's crazy, that is good business because that's not crazy because if it's only really two drink companies in the world, and that's Coke and Pepsi and they American bread, Coke and Pepsi. Every other drink that you could buy in the bottle, the can, or whatever, come from them. I ain't talking about alcohol. That's another brand. There's probably like only 5 brands of alcohol really out there, companies that make alcohol. And everything else, well, you got hundreds of different types of alcohol, beer and all, but they make the same thing. That's why when you go to McDonald's and McDonald's, they fuck with Coke. So every soft drink, fruit punch, lemonade, anything you buy out of McDonald's to drink is under the Coke banner. Coke makes that product. If you go to Taco Bell, something like that, they fuck with Pepsi. So everything that you can buy drink wise at Taco Bell is a Pepsi product. But it seems like Coke been kicking their ass for a minute. Because Coke, I think, got Sprite, but Pepsi got Sierra Mist. But they the same, right? That's how they do. So don't get thrown off by you trying to pick a company and they got different brands of botano oil. Cause they once it became a craze, it's selling like hotcakes. Just like Aussie Berry. I don't know if y'all remember when that came out. The part they didn't tell everybody, which who don't want to lose weight, but the part they didn't tell everybody is that you had to detox with doing Aussie Berry. It's no shortcut to trying to lose weight and get in shape. But people, as long as your brain think it is, I guess it's okay. But you had the detox. They got detox pills, but detox is basically only replenishing your body with nutrients, vitamins and minerals. That means vitamins and mineral rich food. That means you're not eating meat, you're not eating dairy, you're not even eating fish, or nothing like that, no seafood. You're eating vegetables and fruits. If it come out the ground, that's what you're eating. That's how you properly detox. Now, there's always ways around it because they can make a pill for anything. But when Aussie Berry came out, they sold more. Oh man, they hit the fucking jackpot selling that shit. Everybody and their mama. It doesn't mean that fruit, the Aussie Berry, wasn't the truth of what it could do. It was the truth. But you got a company that would take 10% of those important vitamins and minerals in the Aussie Berry that makes what you want to happen, like the loss of weight, that takes just a little bit of that, put it in a pill, and the rest of the pill is fillers, sugar, fructose, bullshit that you can't really digest. Enough to show you something, a little something to get you hooked. and then they won't repeat offenders. They don't want you to buy it once. They won't repeat offenders. Now, the good thing about hair grease of any type or anything like for your hair, you will automatically be a repeat offender if you like the hair product you get. So, LaJessica, I will submit to you, go get your daughter some Botano oil. It will make your hair soft. Now, again, look at that. My new growth. Y'all look at that. It might not look like it's soft, but I swear you run it's like berries. Like when they said on Coming to America, we said, that ain't no chemical, those are berries. My hair is soft. Even naturally, my hair is soft. But I can't explain it. My hair grows. Let me go back to my daughter's picture. Not as good as hers, but like that. That ain't no perm. That's natural. It looked thick, don't it? Her hair wasn't as thick as mine, but it's thick as mine. Her hair thick as hell. 'Cause I remember growing up, my hair was thick, but it looked like that. I didn't have to twist it, plait it up to look like that. Okay, it froze up. I don't know what's up with my damn shit. Okay. When she was like a little girl, I don't know if it looked like that I put a comb to it or something. How come I didn't? I just took some water, dip it in the bowl, and brush it down and make it lay down because her hair is frizzy like curly, you know. But as a baby, that's my pumpkin. That's baby, and y'all know that's a newborn seat, but she wasn't newborn. She was born 2 pounds. But you know, this was her probably like 7 to 8 pounds. I mean 7 to 8 months. But look at all the hair she had on her head. No, not 7 8 months, about 5 months. Look at all the hair she had on her head, and she ain't never not have hair. So even though I would love to take credit and be like, shit, I knew what I was doing. Cause you know how us mothers is, like Jessica, we like shit. My baby hair looking good because of me and the shit I'm doing. Y'all need to get y'all weight up. I can't even take credit. That was just how her genetics play out. But her hair and my hair similar. Hers, I think, is better. Because my hair never grew and looked like hers, you know. Like it just didn't do that. But I don't know what she, hey, genetics, whatever. But this shit will soften your hair. I even use it on my skin. The middle of my hand, my I ain't gonna say wrist, but beneath my wrist, there is actually regular skin growing back. I haven't seen regular skin on this hand for 6 months now, something like that. I started smearing this shit on my skin, and my skin started healing. I started putting it under my eyes, and my eyes are lighting up. Look, I don't have the light on, but I mean, I do have a light flashing on me right now. But let me see if I can. Uh, that's just an extra light. Trust me when I tell you I was raccoon out here for a minute. But I went to work and I did other things more to help me with the with under the eyes because I was trying to get ready for that wedding. I wanted to look beautiful for the wedding. So I did other things, it's all kinds of remedies. Like I said, if it's God made, I lean towards that. But look at all this new growth. That's 2 weeks. Not even. Not even a full 2 weeks. I just woke up one day and the peace still resistant. Like y'all ain't gonna believe me, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I told y'all I had my thyroid removed because I had thyroid cancer when I was 24. That's 25 so years ago. I had it removed and I had to go through radiation because it was cancer. Um, if y'all don't believe me, that's the scar on my neck. And I heal very good. I'm not a keloid type person or whatever, but that scar used to go from C to Chinese C. You know what I'm saying? They pulled it up and they pulled it out with their hands as much as they could. They touched my vocal cords. I had to learn how to talk. I had to learn how to swallow. I had to learn how to breathe. I had to learn how to do all that from scratch again at 24 years old. I even had to learn how to walk. What it had to do with my legs, I don't know, but I was weak. So I had to learn how to do all that stuff. Okay. So hormonally, I've been kind of not adjusted, and I've been going through a lot of stuff. So sometimes I do. Oh, thank you. Uh, okay. Don't want to be done. Thank you for the cash app. Y'all can hit that cash app. This is good information. Boxing fans talk TV. Um, So I had to learn how to do a lot of stuff holistically. So I'm into that, y'all. We can always have a talk. If we doing the show and the show don't seem like it's about much, I could break off real easy into a health and wellness show or whatever. Cause I'm living proof that the shit work. Cause I'm still here with y'all. As I told y'all, my case was so severe, life threatening. I'm missing 5 organs. I ain't even gonna go there and eat surgery, but I always start with the thyroid. That's the one that set it off. Because once you take an organ from your body, you never the same. And and it affects how the other one works. So you can overwork something else and this, that, and other cause damage at elsewise. I just had surgery last year. That was another one. And it's all because of autoimmune. And as much as I try to eat properly and this, that, and other, I know I won't be all the way successful because you spend a lifetime eating a certain way. There's no way in hell that I could just move somewhere and have everything growing out the ground and just walk outside and just grab something out the ground and start eating it. That ain't never been me. That ain't probably never gonna be me. I don't got that kind of will. But I will do as much as I can. Is it too late for me with my hair to do something? The damage from it was done. I had fibroid tumors. Also, to the ladies who still have a cycle or still out there, cycling or whatever, whether you it's sporadic or erratic, and this is good for the fellas to know too, because y'all got daughters. Uh, buy your daughters, fellas and ladies, uh, those napkins, them feminine napkins that are not made from trash. Imagine my surprise a few years ago to find out, and this was in this last decade, to find out that the pads that we were buying, because women can use pads, they can use tampons, they can use whatever they use, that they was making our pads out of trash. Can you imagine that shit? Well, they have biodegradable napkins, feminine napkins for people, and so I would suggest that people get into that. Don't put nothing up against your body thinking that it's going to stop there. Don't think that your skin is the barrier that holds everything back, because it doesn't. Everything you put on your skin seeps through your skin into your system by way of the skin. And I mean, you can look it up and learn about this. The proper name is called integumentary. Integumentary. I think integumentary system. It's no other name that's like that. That's the proper name. Go look it up. Integumentary system. You're gonna learn a lot about hairs and nails, how shit work, your sebaceous glands, and this, that, and the other. You have to be cognitive of the fact that just because you put it, your skin is a barrier, and if you're quick, you can wipe it off where there's really no harm. But everything seeps through the skin. If you think about it, look at tattoos. It seeps through the skin. Like there was some guy showing how you can get a tattoo off, like uh with baking soda and what is it? Baking soda and vinegar and toothpaste. And the shit is real. Cause again, when I see something, I try it. I do have little marks on my body, like from when you're young, you be writing on yourself. I wrote on myself when I was young, and that shit been there forever. And I said, damn, maybe this work. So I went and tried it, got it. It worked. It worked. I ain't even gonna lie. He does a little bit more. Like he put the toothpaste on it, then he put the vinegar, then he put the baking soda, vinegar, and salt. Salt was the other thing. And he wraps it in cellophane wrap. And he does that every day. And within a week, shit gone. If you want to get skin tags, moles, and all that shit off, You gotta feed your skin. It's a living thing. So when I tell y'all, go get this shit, I ain't never lied to y'all. But I'm gonna try to make it easy and find a way to put it in my shop so that when you go in my store, you connect with those people. It's not like I'm making it at home. What you're gonna do is you're gonna click the link and the link gonna take you directly to them. That's what I'm trying to work on. And then you buy it like that. You still buying it from that company. I'm not in the Botana oil business. I'm not from Honduras. That's the best place that it come from, by the way. Honduras. Probably Panama too. But I'm not from there. So I will make sure that I try to put something in my store so it's a link. So when you go in my store, you click that link, takes you right there, you get the ordering, you ordering from them. But I'm just trying to cut your research or looking. This shit work. I keep leaning down. You can't even see my scalp. And when I tell you the style is made so you can see the parts in the scalp. Now I'ma have to have it until I get to my hairdresser because she stay busy. Until I get to her, I'm gonna have to put a hat on it every day. But I love, love, love looking at this new growth. That is all new growth in 2 weeks. The hair that I lost when I had my thyroid cancer, because I don't never finish them when I'm sorry. The hair that I lost when I came down with thyroid cancer and I had to take the radiation, you know how, especially black women, we lose our hair on the side. We get bald and the skin be just as soft and baby-fied. We get bald. Like I went completely bald on both sides at 24. I was devastated, but I had a lot of hair then, and my hair was thick, always been thick and bountiful, right? So I would just hide it. I would just do hairstyles where my hair hung to the side. Even me getting a short haircut, I could hide it good because the top of that hair, where it stopped being bald, it could lay down real good, and I hid it that way for years. And I was like, "Why is it bald?" Now, more than likely, had I not had thyroid cancer, in the years to come, my hair would have been bald. People like to say, "Oh, it's because you're putting stuff and you're pulling on it." Yeah, that can pull a few strands out, but that's not it. The reason why people go bald, hear me good, and this go for men too, is because your head is swollen. You can't feel the swelling. You can't see the swelling, but it's swollen. Nonetheless, even a millisecond or a centimeter or something thick is thicker than what it was. Your head is swollen. Now, what you got to do is you got to start eating stuff or putting stuff in your food that addresses swelling. Every problem that you got to find a food that addresses it and eat a lot of it. So you got your turmeric, your gingers, your antioxidants type foods. I would go and get some sprinkle, like seasoning sprinkle, turmeric and ginger, and you make a salad, sprinkle that shit on it. You make your mashed potatoes, whatever you cooking, sprinkle that shit in it. I sprinkle the shit in applesauce. If you can sprinkle it in your drink, stir it up real good, eat it. And for them teas that's out there that does things for you that you like the yogi teas. I like them. And again, these are not my products. I'm buying and I'm a consumer just like y'all. But for those teas and all that stuff to work, once you put sugar in it, it doesn't work no more. So if you got a nice sleepy time tea, a chamomile, a lavender, or whatever type tea, because we into all of that. If you put sugar in it, it don't work. Here's the hint: put honey. Most of y'all probably know, but some of y'all don't. I'm a person that think I know a lot. I think I be knowing a lot, but then I find I don't know shit. Like this Botana oil is new to me. This shit works. Again, if they was paying me, I probably would get up and cut a jig and do more. But they not paying me to advertise for them. This shit works, but it all depends on the one you get. Me personally, I don't know if it's a store out there you're gonna find that's a good product. This is unrefined. That means it's not processed. And when I look at the ingredients say Botana oil. Now, if you can find one and you get with them that's just like that, then you have only risk you're taking Is that company lying to you or not? But I can tell you this brand right here. Look at the new girl. 2 weeks. That's all I'm gonna say. So any questions? Anybody got any questions or concern? Y'all hit up my page, askmet51.com. You're gonna find something in there that you like. Teatopia is the name of the store. They got the new brand over there. You're gonna find something that you like. So go over there and have fun. In the coming weeks, hopefully it don't take me that long. Hopefully I can be back tomorrow saying, hey, I found a way to put this the link on my store, but I just gotta find that link. That's what I gotta do. And until I find that link, I don't know what to say. But even if I can't put it up on the store, when I find the right link, I'm gonna try to some kind of way to post it here or something so y'all can get to it. Look, Jessica, this shit is good. Put it in your daughter hair. Especially if she a little girl or she's a teenage girl, because then it becomes you have to convince her to use it. But if she a little girl, you just putting it in her hair. I'm telling you, to all them people that got kids that seem like your kid hair can't grow, to all y'all fathers, you looking at your daughters, you love your daughters to death, but they bald headed, they can't grow no hair. Hey, sit down with your daughter, put her on a little chair, put the cartoons on, part your daughter hair, and put the shit in it. It's natural. Ain't no chemicals in it. And anything that I push, it ain't gonna be chemical based. It's I lean, like I said, mostly towards holistic shit. So everything that I push, I use holistic soaps, but then there's soaps out there that's quite natural, like Nudie, or I think it's called Nudie. Is it Rudy or Nudie? Walmart even be selling some of this shit, like Nudie soaps, soaps that's made from ash, black soap. That's what that was famous for. I get with the soaps that has no extras, nothing. When I buy toilet paper, I get dye free toilet paper, which is usually Scott brand. Um, I don't care about the toilet paper feeling fluffy. I care about the purpose that it was used for, to wipe your ass, or and get you dry down there or whatever. But as long as it don't have dye, I wear cotton underwears, or anything to touch my skin is mostly cotton, 100%. Um, I eat fruit. I wake up in the morning, eat fruit. I go to bed before night and eat fruit. And whatever I eat in between, mostly pasta, sometimes salads. Um, when I do suffer through insomnia sometimes, and that has a lot to do about what I'm thinking about, what I'm worried about. Even if I don't think that I'm worried, I probably am worried. Like leading up to that wedding, I was highly stressed and didn't know it. And I was talking just like this and acting just like this. That's why my skin couldn't heal. So part of my healing is the fact that what I was worried about is over. I sold my house. I completed the wedding. And so now I'm just sitting here. My skin is ready to be healed, but I needed to heal as soon as possible. This shit it's healing it. I had a mark. People who suffer with eczema know this. I had an eczema mark on my ankle, on my left ankle. Had it there for 6 years. It's gone. It is gone. I put this shit on it. I bullshit you not. It has been there for 6 years. It's gone. And it was on my skin. You couldn't help but see it. So wearing flip flops for me sometimes it ain't all cool because I have scars everywhere. That shit is gone. So even if it didn't do nothing for my hair, I'm gonna use it for my skin. And when you have believe it or not, about I don't know, not even that long ago, uh, they only had 5 creams to address the many different skin disorders that people have. What a skin disorders are, and pretty much eczema, psoriasis, all of them. Those are big ticket item ones. People with autoimmune disorder have those. And It's one of the common occurrences when people we blanked out, so I took a pause. Sorry about that. But as I said, eczema, psoriasis, those types skin tags, they are common autoimmune disorder problems. And the cure really is raw fruits and vegetables. The cure to everything is raw fruits and vegetables. But ain't nobody gonna really do that all the way because we stuck in our ways. But anywho, when you have those skin disorders, what you have is an overactive immune system. And people may say, "Oh, that's great." Yeah. Because I'm never, and I'm just as, I guess you want to say, wicked as anybody else out there. I didn't live when I was young. I got out there. I did foolish things, made foolish decisions, been with foolish men in my life, men that didn't mean me no good and took a chance and like every other girl out there, right? Never in my life, I'm knocking on wood, have I caught anything. Never. Never. And there's some people I've been with that I look when I really did try to pay attention like I should have did in the beginning, before I got with them or after I got with them, they've been through some shit. They done had some shit. Not me. So you could say overactive immune system. My immune system is very overactive to the point that sometimes they got to give me medicine to temper it. I got it bad. So when you see people with bad skin disorders or whatever, don't treat them like they got the cooties. They actually got an overactive immune system and your body thinks it's being invaded. It's not fun to have because your body thinks everything you touch is going to hurt you. So it goes into protect mode and it does all this protecting only to find out there's nothing for it to protect you against. But energy is never wasted or stored. If you understand physics or science, energy is never wasted or stored. So what happens? The byproduct is the rash. But all those chemicals that came together, that band together to fight this so-called invader, it got to go somewhere, and the byproduct is the rash, and that's what eczema, psoriasis, sometimes skin tags, all that shit. That's what they are. I know white people struggle a lot with skin tags, and this will help you too. We get moles, we get skin tags too. Anything protruding and hanging off your body is more like a skin tag than a mole. It's hanging off your body. You want to get rid of them? Stop putting this shit on. You really want to get rid of some shit, start eating raw fruits and vegetables. But that's who's going to do that? You could convince somebody young, start them off when they're under 10, and they won't never depart far from it. But we are old dogs trying to teach us new tricks. This ain't gonna happen like that. So we gotta do the best we can. But anyway, that's all I have. Again, if y'all have any questions, you can hit me up at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. I can talk all day about health and wellness because I know what I had to do just to even be sitting here showing this lovely face talking to y'all. You know, thanks for the cash apps that did come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. It goes back into the show. Remember, y'all, I don't know what YouTube doing to me. That's why I got a cash app. I should have had super chats a long time ago, but they don't count my shit. So thank y'all for sticking around. Hit that like button. If you're looking at me on replay, please hit that like button and share. And do, if you never have, hit the subscribe button. I thank y'all for joining me, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Remember, don't give Boots a pass. Peace.